Hello friends, me again. First of all, happy National Poetry Writing Month. I'm sure some fantastic poems are being penned at the moment, or maybe you're struggling to get words to paper, in which case, welcome to the club. Today's video is going to be about what to do once the first draft is on the page. Yes, my friends, I'm talking about editing. Now, to be honest, every poet has a different way of editing, and my way probably isn't the example to follow, because I don't do any. I think I've said in one of my previous videos that I don't really edit because I'm a bit mad and have a lot going on, and I always have to keep moving forward. You're a bad influence. But I have turned a page and I've slowed down a little bit, and I am writing longer pieces now which require a lot more editing. So here's how I like to edit. If you're on a mission to write a truly great poem, it's highly likely that you're going to have to revise and edit over and over again. It really is so important to understand the necessary steps of editing and ignore my old way of working. We're in this editing journey together, my friends, and if you stick around and watch until the end of this video, hopefully we'll both be spending our evenings creating great art. So let's get started. Step 1. Read it. Read the poem you've just written and make sure you read it out loud. It's very important that you understand how it sounds. Also, when you're reading it, make sure you don't use the same word too often. And also remember that less is more. In all art forms, less is more. Ask yourself if you've used too many words or spent too long on one sentence. Step 2. Consider what it looks like on the page. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of page poets spend a long time thinking about this. For me, I don't really care, unless I'm feeling ridiculously creative one day and actively decide to play around here, which I've only done a handful of times as of making this video. Maybe one day my opinion on this will change and I'll have to update this video, or just remake a new one, I guess. But to me, the words and the metre of a poem are far more important than what it looks like on a page. So if I have to extend a line or make a line stick out and look nasty to make the metre work, then I have no problems doing that. Step 3. Ask yourself if you've conveyed your message. If you're like me and just like writing in the flow state, to quote Taoism, then it is really easy to just get lost in your words and not really make a point at all. I do it all the time. That's why it's important to come back and edit. To ask yourself, why am I writing this poem? What message am I trying to get across? Once you've got an answer to that question, write it at the top of your page and then go through your poem line by line and make sure each word and sentence gets you further along in the story and leads to the message you want to get across. 5. Read your poem again. Once you've finished your first edits, read through the poem again as a whole and make sure it still flows nicely. Make sure any new additions you've put in since editing do not stick out like a sore thumb, and if they do, smooth them out. Okay, I think the previous tip or step was step 4 and I said it was step 5. I can't even do the simplest of tasks. Okay, now it's step 5. And it is one of the most important steps. Leave your poem alone. Believe it or not, one of the most important steps is walking away from your poem. Once you've got your first draft down, even before you start editing actually, get your first draft down, walk away for a day or two, maybe a week, then come back, do all the steps that I've just given you, then walk away again. Leave the piece to settle and for your mind to reset, so that when you come back, it will all seem fresh and it will help you be more objective towards the piece and find problems that you couldn't see beforehand because you were too busy being in the honeymoon phase with your poem. Step 6, of course, come back and start the process again. You don't follow my example and only do one edit per poem. Sometimes I don't even edit at all. But get your first edit down, walk away, leave it alone. Then step 6, come back and start the whole process again. And so on and so forth until you feel like the poem is finished. So actually, it's really not that difficult to edit your poems. It's probably not the most exciting thing to do, granted.
It's f***ing boring.
I don't know if I can argue against that point, but the more we practice editing our poems, the more we may enjoy it. So good luck on your editing journey, my friends. I'm right there with you. I hope this video helped you. My name's Adam Gary. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumb button down below. Subscribe and turn on notifications too. You can follow me across other social medias, and I will see you next week. Ciao.